Before we get into our teaching, I want you to remember our special is still running, and the special consists of the 3 books that will change your life forever. That's the Judeo-Abrahamic Wealth Factor. This book is designed and it is full of tools and resources that are designed to help you move into a place where you are using the Abrahamic principles. Let me really speak to you up close here. Speaking the Abrahamic principles of faith, how to separate yourself and position yourself as an authority in the things of God and in the realm of moving wealth on your behalf. That's the Judeo-Abrahamic wealth factor. And then second came Masters of the Economy. Masters of the Economy basically teaches you how to master your economy, how to master your finances, how to master the resources that God has entrusted you with, how to move to a place. And I'm telling you, there has never been a time when this message is necessary. Now I really understand why God made me write these 3 books. The third one is Birthing a Mega Economy. The rise of the African continent. The rise of the African continent. Let me speak about this one for a minute because it's so important. So listen to me carefully. This is what is happening. Satan has a strategy to shut down the continent. Satan has a strategy to cause issues in the African continent. But I'm coming as an apostle. God gave me this specific word, and I'm challenging you to get this book, to get these resources. God gave this book. It has prophecies, prophetic words that are designed to help you understand what is going on. God told me that these things that are happening now are going to happen. The strategy against the African continent, the strategy against the people on the continent, and how Satan wants to propagate poverty, sickness, disease, and all kinds of issues to bring you to a place where your head is hanging low. In this book are prophecies that will give you guidelines on what to do in a time of crisis, what to do in a time like this, what to do. And I'm telling you, the African continent is rising up to be the most powerful economy in the world. Let me say that again. The African continent is rising to be the most powerful continent economy in the world. The Europes had their time. The Russias had their time. The Asian people had their time. And I'm telling you now, America had its time. I'm telling you, according to the schedule of God, the first shall be last and the last shall be first. Africa, it is your time. God has positioned you to be the most powerful continent. In the book, I talk about the 7 shifts that are going to take place, economic and political shifts that are going to take place in some countries here in Africa. There are some presidents and prime ministers and heads of states that are going to be removed from power, and God is going to reposition new leaders, new heads of states that represent the kingdom of God. There are 7 nations specifically within the next 5 years, and then more nations within the next 10 years, and then more nations within the next 15 years. God has given us timelines so that we understand how to pray. And I'm telling you, this is happening. When I wrote this book, a couple of months later, the nation of Malawi went into a major transition, and God gave them a Christian head of state. And this was written prior to what happened in Malawi. And right now we know a number of other countries that are going through some interesting political issues. It is a divine kingdom setup, because sooner or later we will have Christian heads of states that will be running those nations. Why? Because God's kingdom is on a divine takeover. So I want you to get these 3 books. They're running on a special right now, and if you get them, study them and be ready for the economic shift that is coming.